Our horror story today comes from Nicholas Bearforest. I like that name. Good name. The player says, I can't play as a woman because it will ruin his immersion.
Bear forest. So
Bear forest.
The forest filled with the bears.
Yeah, that's a bad forest, right? You hate
That's
bears.
Nightmare. Nicholas, what's your problem? The horror story starts with the nickname. Okay, another player that doesn't want another player. How is it? Cross-gender.
A player controlling how another player plays. It's not ever a good thing. So
a short story about trash that took itself out.
he should have made that the title.
So I and the group I've been playing with, me and my DM, my 3 longtime friends, and 2 new guys. We're pretty much in the middle of our campaign, about 25 sessions in, when a story arc for my character concluded. He was a warlock, but his whole deal was that he was binded by a contract since the moment he was born, because his father offered him a firstborn child as a sacrifice. My character wanted to free himself from this contract and ultimately succeeded, broke his link with his patron, but also lost all of the powers that came with it. This is a nice arc for warlocks. Not all of them try to do this, and cheers to those who try.
Yeah, mostly you get killed and become a warlock, right? There's not a lot of stories about unbecoming a warlock.
Yeah. And here he just was born with this curse.
I like it. It's a good story.
I didn't want to change his class to keep playing as him, so I came up with a story for him. That he basically decided to retire and settle down, maybe follow a romantic relationship he had with one of the NPCs. My DM was happy with it, and he agreed for me to come back with another character. So I worked with my DM on this, a new character, and I decided that this time I want to play a woman. It wasn't anything new for me or my DM. I've played as both men and women in the past, and there was never any issue. My previously mentioned longtime friends are all women, but they also sometimes played men characters. But so it happens that this time they were all playing as women. When I introduced my new character on the next session, everyone was alright with it, except for one of the new guys, who asked me why would I want to play as a woman. I said that there is no particular reason, I just wanted to. A new guy, when you are new and you join a group, you don't try to change the rules of this group.
Well, to be fair, they were like 25 sessions in, so I'm not sure I would even consider them the new guys anymore. He's just, I think, using it as a description to differentiate them from the people who were friends all along, and then there were these 2 new guys that joined the group. But we're 25 sessions in, but that said, you never have any say, 0 say about anyone else's character, ever. Stay in your lane.
It's none of your business about it. Take care about your character. Pay attention to your character, not anyone's else.
0 say, 0 say. Role play with them or don't. Ignore their existence if your character doesn't like their character, but you don't get to say what they can run and what they can't run.
Who knows? Maybe your character will develop romantic feelings to the new female character played by a guy.
I have a feeling that that's the problem. That there's like some issue with guys playing girl characters or girls playing guy characters because of some maybe homophobic issue. I don't know. I have no idea why otherwise. You're playing with a bunch of females already. So there's already 3 females in the group. What's one more? Who cares?
Before I thought that it could be weird. It wouldn't come to my mind to ask another player to change gender anytime soon. But when I actually met this in the game, it was all right. It doesn't feel anything weird at all. It doesn't break immersion at all, and It's pretty cool, actually, even. It does add some immersion, even, for some weird
I
reason.
think so.
You differ the person from the character more.
Right.
When they are different genders, you can clearly see him as a character, especially when there is no gender. One time I would try to do that myself as well. So, he said that it's not immersive, and throughout the session he kept making jokes that my character has a mustache, because I did at the time in real life, and so on. He can't. You see, he can't differentiate the player from the character. If a player has mustache, the character also has mustache. If a character has horns, the player also has horns. Does it work this way? No, it doesn't.
No, and I guarantee he doesn't see the guy playing a dwarf as a dwarf. He's just making a big deal about this for some reason.
Thankfully, I wasn't the only one at the table that was uncomfortable with it. All my friends were too. So we told him after the game that he either stops acting like that, or he stops playing with us. He kept trying to argue his case about immersion, and also tried to make weird suggestions that maybe I'm trans if I want to play as a woman. So even if he's trans, if he wants to play a woman, so what's the problem? And what's his problem, the player?
Yeah, how does playing a female character in D&D make you trans? Does he not understand what trans is? Like, one is in real life, the other is in a game. Can you not differentiate between reality and fiction? Is that the problem?
It doesn't affect your real life at all.
Yeah, not
your
at all.
Your character doesn't have anything to do with
And I'm
your
sorry, whatever your name is, your immersion into the game is between you and the DM, not between you and the other players. Nobody sitting at that table other than you and the DM are responsible for your immersion.
Put on some ambient music to keep it more immersive. Yeah. I don't know. Do something. Ask your DM. Tell him that I don't dress up like a fighter when I play a fighter. The game
I'm not shaving my beard because I'm playing an elf. Not happening.
Soon after that, he just left the place we were playing at. The rest of us decided to not allow him to play with our group anymore, and we were fully prepared to confront again if needed. But the next day, he left our group chat by himself, and we never heard from him again. By the way, the other new guy we are playing with is very chill, and he's still playing with us.
I would argue it's probably time to stop calling him the new guy if you're past 25 sessions.
He's like your brother now.
Yeah, by 25 sessions, you're family.
Yeah.
I agree. I think this one solved itself. It's a horror story, for sure, but the problem took care of itself. The players said, come on, man, have some imagination and play the imagination game with us, or go your own way. If you really can't get into this, we get it. Go find a game where everybody's a guy and everybody plays a human male because you're all human males.
And I will repeat that cross-gender even adds up immersion rather than breaks it. So, our next horror story comes from Earth the King, and it is titled, I ditched the campaign today. And you, my wonderful viewers and listeners, could ask, but Alex, why did he ditch such a perfect campaign? You might ask. It wasn't all that perfect, I must assume.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree that ditching the campaign is the right idea most of the time. It's hard to find a good campaign, and if you can solve the problem and save the campaign, you should.
And it is very hard to find good campaigns. I saw a lot of people complaining about that. That's why you can join any of our withdrawn campaigns which we run outside of YouTube, of course, separately and personally. I mostly lean towards horror one-shots right now. John mostly.
I'm mostly D&D, fantasy. I even have some campaigns in Lord of the Rings.
And following the links in the description, you can join either of our games. and not
Yes.
ditch them because you
No.
wouldn't need to.
No horror stories in our games. Only compelling character-driven stories. All right, let's get into this one that is clearly not a good campaign, I'm thinking. This is very mild compared to most things here. I was playing a Fabula Ultima game, and we had a major character disagreement over what to do with cornered enemies. I wanted to take them in. Another party member just wanted to kill them. Things got pretty heated, but stayed in character. That's good. Don't let it be personal. Let it be in character.
Yeah, good attitude. Because when conflict and arguing goes outside of the in-game setting, it is messy.
The argument is in game, right? The character is arguing with the other character about what to do with these prisoners. So why should it get personal?
Not people above the table are arguing. This is only those. It matters only for characters. It doesn't matter for people above the table because they are not inside of this situation. They are above.
Yeah, they're not there. So things got pretty heated, but stayed in character. Some of the reason for why we should kill them stuck with me over the following days and made me feel a little sick, as it veered into the realms of dehumanization that hit me just wrong in today's political climate. I'll be blunt. The guy is someone that I've had friction with in the past. Nothing major, but I've found him to be overbearing, and I just find his personality somewhat irksome. So now it's getting a little personal.
They bring political issues to the D&D game. It is not a good approach.
No, not a good approach at all. And I don't know how it is in your country, but in America, in my country, we can't, if we don't agree with somebody politically, we can't even be related to them. Like, people ditch their family over politics. It's ridiculous here.
It might be right now, maybe it does, but it is not all that severe as it is in America. Yeah, it is not.
Yeah, not there like that. You're not ready to ditch your family because they don't agree with you. Yeah, me either. But in America, it is commonplace now. So I kind of get where he's coming from, but it's another example in game of the nonsense we do to each other outside of the game.
You have to communicate and collaborate.
Yeah. Yeah. You can have an opinion and I can have an opinion.
We don't have to insist on our opinion. We can insist, but we don't have to change anybody else's mind about that.
He finds this guy overbearing and his personality is irksome. This is something that compounded that. Like, so the issue in game now compounded. I see you back there. I love it. It's a special cameo appearance by Vicky.
Special cameo appearance.
And the dog. What's the dog's name? I forgot.
Luna.
Okay.
Luna.
Luna and Vicky, special guest appearance. The dog's getting dragged out.
Yeah.
This is not a distraction at all. So the guy's having personal issues with another player that are compounded by the character issues they're having in the game. So he messaged the DM asking if we could have a tone check next session. The DM was very nice and said yes. Next session, we sit down and have a talk. The DM says he's dialing the tone back and asks if anyone would like to say anything. So the DM took charge and said, I'm gonna dial the tone back. He didn't make it about the players. I like that. I like that he put it on himself so that everybody's on equal footing. He's not blaming anybody.
He wants to be like a mediator person between them.
Yeah.
Or what is dialing the tone? Does it mean
dialing the tone back means
things?
Take it down a few notches. Take the temperature down. Like everybody's getting heated, he wants to calm them down.
To be more respectful to each other and polite. Not being as emotional.
Right. Exactly.
That's what DM should do. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I like it so far. I mean, the player respectfully asked for a tone check, and the DM obliged, and DM didn't blame any players. He just said, I'm going to take it down a few notches.
Let's settle it.
The writer took the time to talk to the other player, pointing out the exact things he had done that made me upset. He said nothing. He didn't even look at me. I was 2 feet away from him at the time.
If you have some conflict and confrontation, just start about yourself. Like, speak from me position, not you done something that upset me. I felt upset because when I felt this, for example.
Exactly.
I felt this because we all are human beings. We all have different views on the world outside of our heads. And the way he sees the world is different from the way I see the world. So you don't blame another person for being not the one who you like. It doesn't have to be liked by you.
That's kind of the opposite, though. What you're saying is, I think, the right way to handle it. But he didn't handle it that way. The DM did. The DM said, I'm going to take the tone down a couple notches. Does anybody want to say anything? And the writer then takes the opportunity to tell the other player they were wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of saying, I feel this specific way about what happened, he said, you're wrong, be better, basically.
Get yourself together.
And of course, the guy got called out in front of the whole group personally. You didn't say, I feel. You said, you're wrong in front of everybody. So I can kind of get why he didn't respond in that moment.
Otherwise, this confrontation would get emotional again. It's no another way around. And the DM wouldn't be able to do anything about that, because if you start conversation blaming another person, there is no way. He is going to be either defensive, either attacking, or just keep it in silence.
So the game went on after that, and I just felt sick. The writer. I'm a little confused because the writer is the one that was firing shots at the other guy, and he feels sick.
Another guy kept silence, and he got sicker and sicker.
Maybe he's feeling sick because he didn't get a reaction that he was hoping for.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he felt like he was going to vomit. About an hour into the session, I faked getting a text and went home. I felt a sheer dread driving into the game, dreading having to talk to the guy, as I've not found him to be sympathetic towards my plights in the past.
This level of entitlement.
All of this is about him. It's all a personal attack against him.
He didn't found him to be sympathetic towards his plights in the past.
My plight.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's all about me. If everybody's not on my page, I can't play.
He is an asshole. In this horror story, he is that player.
I agree. And this is not even an Am I the Asshole story, but if it was, the writer is the asshole.
I think that he can't even comprehend the idea that he can be an asshole. That it is a possibility.
So, and as I learned, that wasn't a baseless feeling. Driving home, I felt relieved, like a weight was lifted off my chest. So he quit the campaign and he felt like a weight was lifted off his chest. I bet the other people who didn't leave also felt like a weight was lifted. What do you think?
I bet.
I am not going back to that campaign. I haven't decided how much I want to be honest about it, but needless to say, I just don't want to play a game with that person anymore. I feel a little bad because the GM was doing his best to meet me halfway, and I'll be letting him know he's a great GM. But when I'm trying to open up to someone about how they made me feel uncomfortable, and they can't say a word to me, can't even look at me, I don't want to share a table with them.
Oh shit, I can't even believe it bothers me how this guy sees the world.
There's a lot of people who see the world this way now. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I don't know where you get the impression that the whole world should bow to you. I don't get
These
that.
phrases, I'm trying to open up to someone about how they made me feel uncomfortable. It is your problem. You are feeling uncomfortable. Make yourself more comfortable about it. You can't control other people because you probably made everybody else uncomfortable as well.
How
you didn't even think about that.
How is it the world's responsibility to make you feel comfortable? What if it makes me feel uncomfortable to constantly have to be making you feel comfortable?
Another guy didn't say a word to keep peace and calm. Because you made him uncomfortable much more than he by just not replying to your nonsense, to your accusations and blaming.
You complained that he didn't agree with you politically, and that's why you didn't get along. But you personally attacked him in front of the whole group, and he's supposed to make you feel better about it? That's just nuts.